far back as I can remember, I have been interested in music, and it was always something. There was always an instrument or something there. I like to express myself rhythmically, like, you know, drumming around. There was a piano, I would play that. There was a violin, I would pick it up. That all happened, you know, between 5, 4, and 6, and 7, 8. And then my brother, he got a guitar instead of a motorbike when he was 16 years old for his 16th birthday. I was 9.5, so he's like 6.5 years older than me. And that guitar was standing there. Whenever he went to work, I would, against his wishes, pick it up and play with it, to the point when he realized that I could play guitar, and that's when he asked me to, kind of, when he goes to work, he would ask me if I could, you know, figure out some songs for him, and he would pay me. Intuitively, I know what I need to do in order to keep fresh and to have fun with all of this, and basically the best way to express what I do is try to treat music like chocolate, you know, just the right amount. Also stay away from external influences, external music. I think it's about self-expression, and you know, that way you actually add to the world, you know, rather than repeating something that's already been done. Of course, nothing is 100% original, but you know, just being myself is basically something that's very important, and you know, being in my own little world and get things from the inside out, you know, for people to me to experience. And that's why I don't really listen to music. I may have the music maybe on, some other people, you know, putting it on, and but I don't focus on it. And I know there are lots of good guitarists out there, but that I'm a creative person and I love to create. I'm also very grateful for the consumers, of course. But I think my job is to create, not to consume. And if I would consume, I don't think I would be who I am, you know. So it's good that way, and that is, you know, important for becoming as original as possible, and you know, getting something out from me out there, which people can only experience if you open up like that. Yeah, I used to have black V's and white V's. I don't know, it's just a silly thing. I just decided to make it black and white and didn't have to, you know, wonder which guitar I should be choosing, using that night, you know. I guess that's how it happened. There's no washer, this is a magnet. The magnets are powerful. It started off with the hit parade, of course, when I was 9 years old. There was bands like the Stones, the Beatles, the Shadows, and Sputniks or whatever, you know, instrumental music, and as well as, you know, vocal music. Never really focused on lyrics because I couldn't understand it anyway. So when I was 14, I think, I got introduced. I think my brother was bringing music back home, or taped it from the radio, or the radio was playing it. You know, like stuff like, well, basically for me it was like Zeppelin, Jeff Beck, and that's, you know, Leslie West with Mountain, and those people. And all the obvious good guitarists in those days, they all had an influence of me, but if I had to pick 3 or 4, it would be, you know, Clapton, Jimmy Page, Leslie West, and Jeff Beck, you know, that kind of a thing. But there was lots of others, Rory Gallagher, and, you know, all sorts of different people around it. The Black Sabbath, you know, all of those. Anyway, the question is if we're doing an album together. We have been talking about it, and it just needs to be the right time, you know, to do something like that. the one I played with UFO, I played also in MSG until '84, and in Oakland it broke. The amplifier broke, and then it got repaired. But I think people took parts out and replaced it with others, and then that amplifier was finished. So basically, they stole the inside. But then I had to look for a new amplifier, and I ended up with the JCM 800, 50 watt, 2205, which are slowly but surely all disappearing. Because I think people know that I'm playing it, and so they're all getting it. But when I need it, they're all gone. You know, it's very hard to get those amplifiers. It shouldn't be that hard. Well, they should just keep building them. It'd be easy for everybody to have. But that's my favorite amp. But apparently, it was designed. I have been in Marshall Factory before. And we were looking for, you know, a Michael Schenker, you know, how I would envision a perfect guitar sound. And we worked on it and worked, and I have no idea what happened, but maybe somewhere it got put to the side and it was lying there until maybe someday, oh yeah, wait a minute, this is something that Michael Schenker, I was working on with Michael Schenker. Anyway, that amplifier I picked apparently was designed after my sound, and so I'm even wondering if it had something to do with that, you know, meeting or the time I spent with them in the factory. It has a touch of that wah-wah EQ kind of in the sound, and that's I was attracted to that, and so it, you know, at this point I tried a lot of amps, so that seems to be the most suitable for me. You know, I said that, like, I mean, you know, I don't know how to explain this, but something happened in '89. I knew that things are going in cycle, you know, I felt it. I could actually predict 20 years ahead. It was very easy because I felt it. It was an experience, and it's exactly what's happening. And people want to re-experience, right? Mm-hmm. You know, they kind of, you know, they're done with their children, and then they want to go out, and what was it I had so much fun with, you know, and they're coming out again, and that's what's happening in the last few years now, and keeps going like that. And of course they, you know, but you know, it's not kind of calculated. For instance, I'm doing something with Gary, even though I knew that things were coming back, but it comes, it automatically happens. I think it's part of how the universe works. It cycles or spirals or whatever. Things reappear, you know, like fashion and stuff like that. Maybe not exactly the same, but similar. And so, you know, I was kind of, maybe as long as 15 years ago, I think I already mentioned, hey, wouldn't it be funny to go and, you know, to be, you know, MSG, Scorpions and UFO, you know, but again, it's like something, when it needs to happen, it will happen. You know, if it should happen, it will happen. If people want it to happen, it will happen. You know, but life. The good thing about life is it's full of surprises. You never know what's going to happen next, kind of. But you know, even though I kind of knew in general that we were going full cycle, you know. But it was not really for me to say when, what happens. Just flow with it, you know, and don't lock any doors. Just leave it all open and have fun in the meantime. You know?